Hey guys, welcome to another valuable video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of good nuggets and sauce. So stay tuned, stay all the way to the end. But before we get started, I want you to like and subscribe. It inclines me to do more. If you haven't joined that free Telegram, go join that. I just dropped some charts over there so you can copy them, you can grade them, you can, study from them. If you want to chat with me, you want me to grade your charts, go over there and follow us on Instagram. Give me a shout. So let's dive deep. I'm going to share my screen. I'll show you a setup that we took this morning with the team. Okay. Um, so right here, guys, I want you to understand this. Okay. Now, I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube about, the new, this trading strategy and this and that. But guys, you can mitigate losses like this. Guys, you always got to start from the higher time frame, I feel like. Okay. Even ICT says this. Okay. Know your narrative, know where your market is headed. And the only way you can do that is if you go to the higher time frame. Okay. You'll mitigate losses like that. You'll have more wins and stuff like that. But I want you to really pay attention when I'm showing you because I've back tested this. I've talked about this, and it's just, guys, it's easy when they do this. It's easy to know that they're showing their hand. Okay. And it's good to know so you can effectively take a trade right after that and see your setup and go. Right. So, as you can see, this is GU. I got on the higher time frame this morning and figured out that we were still bullish. The dollar's still dropping. Right. So, as you can see, that when we roll in, like I have my New York box, right? I have London, New York. You can see that's from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay. That is central time. Okay. You want it to New York time, change your stuff down there. Okay. But I know that I'm in the right timing, even though I've got it set to central. Okay. Even my midnight price is set to 11 o'clock, even though that it's midnight New York time. I understand that. Okay. So you can see here when we had news this morning. Okay, we had 7:30 news, advanced GDP and unemployment claims. Okay, you can see here they showed their hand. Okay, 90% of the time, guys, when news or equity comes out, they're typically going to run the wrong way. Wrong way. Why? Is because they want to induce people to go that way. Right? They want you to go that way. They want you to chase it. They want you to chase price. Right? And then go the other way so you don't get a free lunch, right? Or go the real way that they were intended on going. Okay. So you can see here, 7:30 rolls out. What we do? We manipulate down. We really hit both sides. We hit this side. We manipulate down. We start closing with candles down. So I wanted to see what they were going to do. Okay. So you can see here that they grabbed the low, sell side. Okay. Once they did that, you can see that they stopped. I'm gonna get on the lower time frame. Okay. Now we have buy side here. Okay. I like majority of I've learned this from ICT. Shout out to ICT. Majority of the liquidity is going to be at the bodies of the candles. Okay. Majority of the liquidity will be at the bodies of the candles. Okay. So you can see here that I got on the 1 minute time frame after we got down to this low. Okay. And I'm looking for a sweep. I'm looking for a sweep, right? Because I've already seen them manipulate. If my narrative is up, if I'm going up, if my directional bias is up, then I'm just waiting for them to show their hand, which they did. News manipulated down. Okay. You can see that they stopped at this low to get people to do what? To start buying, right? And then they swept them, boom. And then they're getting sellers in thinking they're getting a better entry, right? So after they swept, they displace and they break structure. So that's what I wanted to see. Guys, always have displacement, okay? Always have displacement. If there's no displacement, there's no trade, okay? Have a break of structure, displacement. Inside the displacement leg, you need something below, if you're buying in a discount, that is relevant to take a trade in, a fair value gap, order block, right? So you can see here, I had a fair value gap right here, small one, and that's where I got my entry. It was below the equilibrium from this swing, from that displacement, and we got in, and boom, took off. Okay. Now, why right here? I took the trade right there, set my stop loss, and usually I go for a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1. So you can see here, 3-to-1 was hit. We stopped, pulled away, and then we end up hitting price. Okay, we end up hitting TP, right? Why am I showing you this, guys? The reason why is because the objective here is me showing you a perfect trade setup, but also me showing you that them showing their hand. Like, understand this. If you haven't noticed this yet, less is more. Okay, so pick a session that you want to trade. Okay, preferably New York. That's what I like. And wait till 7:30 or 8:30 New York time, and wait. You have from 8:30 New York time, and it says 10, but it's 11. You have that time frame, 2.5 hours to make a decision on if you're going to get in the market, guys. If your setup is not there in that 2.5 hour period of time, if they haven't showed you the hand, they haven't showed you the setup, don't take the trade. Don't mess with it, right? I'm just showed you a perfect trade setup with showing their hand. They ran down fast to get people to chase. They grab liquidity. They pull in quickly. They set the setup and they go after buy side. They go after buy side. It's that simple. Okay. You can see here at 8:30, which is equity at my time. Equity doesn't really affect forex pairs as I can see a lot, but on indices, they do. Okay. So we're going to look at an indice right here, SPX. Okay. I had a POI right here. You can see I did not get in this trade because it didn't come into my entry. But you can see what did what did news do when it came out? It hit both sides. We manipulate down. Okay. We hit a point of interest. You can see that this down candle, then right after that, we shot up. Okay. Leaving a fair value gap with an order block. We stung into that. Okay. We stung into that. We take some liquidity here from news. We take this low, take that low, we take this low, all liquidity, right? And then we shoot back up. You can see here they were getting people to induce. They were selling. People were selling. Even when they were pulling back, going the way that they were intended on going anyway, people were trying to sell again for better entries. And you can see here, look what happened. Wham. Okay. I had a limit order here at this wick. Spread did not get me in. Okay. Spread did, I am currently taking a challenge right now. So I'm trading with 8 cap. I didn't get to be a part of the trade, but you can see how flawless the trade was. Okay. Even NASDAQ. But what I'm trying to explain to you guys, even on GU, the trade, check this out. We manipulated down past 8:30. We're below midnight price. Our directional bias is up. The dollar's dropping. The dollar's going down. The dollar is showing nothing but bearish activity right now. So I'm thinking buys, right? So it even makes it sweeter if my direction is up and it gives me a buy setup. It makes it sweeter for me, right? I'm like, cool, let's go. They already showed me their hand. They showed me my setup. They showed me their hand again, sweeping liquidity and pulling back in. All good, right? Same thing with NASDAQ. You can see here, news comes out, we manipulate down, we hit a fair value gap. You can see here that this was right, we had lows, right? Right, lows right here. These two relative equal lows right here. We sweep that, break structure, creating a breaker right here, okay? Creating a breaker right here. You can see that we rejected it, held price up. You can see that we came back down um, into a fair value gap right here, okay? Fair value gap, and then we took off. Why am I showing this? Again, guys, I'm showing you that 90% of the time when news or equity comes out, they're going to run it the wrong way. They're going to get people to induce. That lets you know that they're manipulating price right now, that it's time to sit on your hands and watch and really just dissect your setup inside there after they show their hand and then get in. If it doesn't show you that, then don't take it, right? Less is more, guys. Less is more. Okay? Even with US 30s, US 30 was a beauty. Okay? Same thing. Same thing. News comes out, manipulate down. Okay? We take out liquidity, right? Take out these lows, we shoot up, break structure, we come back down, we get an optimal trade entry, and we shoot back up. Okay? It was a complete dead giveaway when they showed their hand like this. It's a dead giveaway. Okay? And all you have to do is understand this, study it, practice it, back test it. Okay? Sometimes news can be your friend if you understand what they're doing with it. Equity will be your friend if you understand what they're doing with it. Okay? But at the end of the day, remember your timing. If it's not inside your timing, don't take it. Okay? If it comes out of your timing, you're just like, oh, it's a great setup. I'm fixing to get it. Don't take it, man. This is how being inside of a 2.5 hour box and making sure that your setup is in here creates discipline. You're disciplined with that. And it leaves less room for error, right? And you're going to see your win rate go through the roof, right? And you'll start to see that you can carve out a income, and you can see that you're going to start passing more challenges and stuff like that, right? So let's recap on that trade, and then we'll hop off. You can see here, news manipulated down, okay? Manipulates down, sweeps liquidity, stops first, comes up, sweeps displacement, leaves a footprint where so we can enter, break of structure, enter, go, right? There's the entry. Perfect. Guys, from, let's just call it New York time, because you guys, I'm just going to say it my time, but New York time is 8:30 to 11. My time is 7:30 to 10. Okay, so from 7:30 to 10 Central Time, you have 2.5 hours to figure out if you're going to enter a trade. If it presents itself, take it. Okay, guys, if you got any questions, drop them in the comment section below. With that, like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you got any questions, you want to chat with me, go to the Instagram, follow me on Instagram. We'll grade some charts, we'll talk. Go join that free Telegram. It's free, guys. I'm dropping some charts in there so you can grade, that you can study with, and we can go from there. But like I said, guys, stay disciplined with that. Find your setup inside that timing, and you will be fine. So with that, guys, I hope you got value. See you in the next one. Peace.